Hey guys, it's ToProForuGames or Adam, and welcome back to another Black Ops 3 zombie map idea. And today we have a pretty interesting map. This map is called Funk of the Dead, and this is kind of one of those Call of the Deads or Mob of the Deads, kind of a bit of a spin-off map from the regular zombie maps. And I wanted this map to be all about colors and fun. And I do want to mention, again, subscribers did help me out with this map. It just wasn't my ideas, it was my subscribers' ideas as well. So thank you to everybody who helped me out. So let's get into this zombie map. So this map takes place in the 1970s. We have the original characters. They time traveled ahead of time or in the future to come here to the 1970s, and this map is a very colorful and alive map. We're in the 1970s. We got all these different neon lights everywhere. We got like this disco thing going on. It's an awesome map. It takes place in an urban town center. Now, town from Black Ops 2 Zombies was just kind of like a little town. You could go into a couple of buildings, but this map, it's a much bigger map. You can go into tons of buildings, into alleys. You're exploring this entire town, and it's a fairly large map. So on this map, we have a total of 8 perks, and those perks are Juggernaut, Speed Cola, Quick Revive, Double Tap 2.0, PhD Flopper, Stamina Up, Vulturade, and a new perk that we call Lucky 7. And what Lucky 7 does, it does 3 things for you. The first thing it does is you have a higher chance of getting drops. Also, you have a better chance of getting good weapons from the box. And for those 2 things, you don't have, of course, a extremely good chance of getting a drop or a better weapon from the box. And you have this perk. It's only a slight increase, so it doesn't make it too easy and kind of an overpowered perk. And the last thing it does is drops last longer. And what I mean by that is when a zombie drops, let's say, a max ammo, the max ammo will take longer to expire or disappear, and it doesn't, of course, it doesn't last longer when you have it, like the insta-kill or the double points. All it does, it takes longer for the drop to actually disappear. When it's flashing and all, it just sits there a lot longer. So it's time to go over the zombie boss that we're gonna have on this map, and this zombie boss is going to be a 1970s zombie SWAT team. And the way we kind of envisioned this was they're just going to spawn in randomly around the map. It's going to be its own round. It's going to be like a dog round, except you're going to have these zombie SWAT guys coming after you. These guys, or these zombies, are fairly slow. There's going to be 6 of them on solo, and the more players you have, the more there will be. And when you shoot these guys, what they're going to do is they're going to release 2 hellhounds. And these hellhounds are pretty much like the dogs, and they're easier to kill than the normal dogs. And once you kill them, all these guys, you get a max ammo. These guys aren't incredibly hard to kill, but 2 spawn in at a time, and it's just something a little bit different. I kind of like how they have the hellhounds as well, and then you have to kill them on top of that. So on this map, we have a new zombie drop. This is the Akimbo M1927 drop. So when you get this drop, you get Akimbo M1927s upgraded. They aren't as powerful as the Speakeasy is from Black Ops 2 Zombies, but it's just a little less powerful than those guys. Alright, so you have 2 of these things. It lasts for 25 seconds, and you have a bottomless clip. Now, the camo on this weapon is the same camo from Mob of the Dead, kind of having that orangey color. And once the weapon starts to expire, once the power-up starts to expire, the weapons start literally melting out of your hands. Like the drum starts dripping and the barrel starts bending, but it still shoots normally, but just has this cool effect of the weapon just slowly disappearing from your hands as the drop expires. So the wonder weapon that we're gonna have on this map is called Typhoon, and this weapon can actually change into different weapons. So on the D-pad, you'll be able to select which version of the weapon you want, and for the non-Pack-a-Punch version, the weapon can be either a rocket launcher, a sniper, or a Kimbo SMGs. And the way it works is you press one button on your D-pad, and say you have the rocket launcher route, and you press the button on your D-pad, you can split it apart into a Kimbo SMGs. You want a sniper, you put it back together, put a scope up, and you've got a sniper. Now, each version of the wonder weapon is very powerful, but it has very low ammo. The rocket launcher has like 10 shots, the sniper is something to do like the scavenger, and that has 5 shots, and the Akimbo SMGs have like 200-300 shots, just so it's not crazy overpowered. Now, the upgraded version of this weapon is called Typhoon's Revenge, and this gives you more ammo, of course, for each version of the weapon, and also it adds a shotgun. So when you Pack-a-Punch it, you have a rocket launcher, sniper, Akimbo SMGs, and the shotgun. And the shotgun is something like the TAC-45 from Advanced Warfare. It's kind of like a Thundergun blast, and you just have to keep cycling through these weapons depending on what weapon you want. So the final thing that we have on this map is something called the jukebox, and we really wanted to try to add in at least one thing that really resembled the whole 1970s era, and the jukebox is a pretty awesome thing on this map. So what you do is you go up to this jukebox, your character kind of smashes the top button on the jukebox, and what happens, a Pack-a-Punched gun drops out of the bottom. All of the guns in the jukebox are Pack-a-Punched. Your character kind of grabs it out of the bottom, he kind of looks at the gun, and you're on your way. Now, the thing is, it costs 12,000 points, because the way I was looking at it is I didn't want to make it too cheap, because when you want to go to the box and Pack-a-Punch a weapon, it's gonna take you a couple of tries to get maybe a weapon you somewhat want, and then you go Pack-a-Punch it. It's gonna cost you maybe 10,000-15,000 points. I want to make it a little bit expensive, but not too expensive. You have a chance of getting a really good Pack-a-Punch weapon, or you might get a crappy Pack-a-Punch weapon, but it still will be pretty good because it's Pack-a-Punch. So anyways, guys, that is all for now. If you again enjoyed this series, make sure to leave this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next Black Ops 3 Zombie Maps idea video. Peace.